walking along the railroad tracks. Going someplace there's no going back. Highway patrol choppers come up over the ridge. Hot soup on a campfire under the bridge. Shelter line stretching around the corner. Welcome to the new world order. Families sleeping in their cars in the Southwest. No home, no job, no peace, no rest. Well, the highway is alive tonight, but nobody's kidding nobody about where it goes. I'm sitting down here.
Growing up, my dad would tell me, it takes a big man to cry, and it takes an even bigger man to laugh at that day. That's what we intend to do here today. There will be tears, laughter, and harsh language. And I appreciate every one of you being here to join us on this emotional roller coaster and celebrate the life of my dad, Logan Hinch. Logan was one of my best friends, as much as he was my dad. My hobbies, beliefs, and sense of humor cannot be traced back to the man that raised me and the time I spent together. I'm sure there's no such thing as a perfect childhood, but mine was filled with laughter, bad jokes, and good music. And that's good enough for me, despite what the future typically holds may say. In our household, fuck you was synonymous with I love you. So fuck you, and I love you all.
Born on a summer day, 1951. And with the slap of a hand, he had landed as an only son. His mother and father said, what a lovely boy. We'll teach him what we learned. Oh, yes, just what we learned. We'll dress him up warmly and we'll send him to school. It'll teach him how to fight to be nobody's fool. In the summer of 53, his mother brought him a sister. And she told him, we must attend to her needs. She's so much younger than you. Well, he ran down the hall and he cried. Oh, how could his parents have lied when they said he was her only son? He thought he was her only one. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. his sister grew up and she married a man. She gave her a son. Oh, yes, a lovely son. They dressed him up warmly. They sent him to school. It taught him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Oh, what a lonely boy. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. 24 and there's so much more. Live alone in a paradise that makes me think of you. Love lost such a cost. Give me things that don't get lost. Like a coin that won't get tossed. Rolling home to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. One look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Lullabies, look in your eyes. Run around the same old town. Doesn't mean that much to mean that much to you. I've been first and last. Look at how the time goes past. But I'm all alone at last, rolling on to you. Oh man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you. I need someone to love me the whole day through. Oh, one look in my eyes and you can tell that's true. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
I'm going to read what Aubrey has written for her dad. My dad was so good at what he did that I'm convinced someone slipped him a handbook or a cheat sheet on fatherhood. He knocked it out of the park every step of the way. He ensured that our home was filled with laughter, did anything to make us smile, and had a way of making you feel like everything would be okay, even when it wasn't. Dad took such good care of all of us, no matter how insane things got. There he was with open arms trying to make it better. Hell, he dedicated so much of his time to looking after me when I was at my worst. I'm surprised he didn't lactate every time I cried. It was a privilege to be able to call him dad. I'm going to miss the hell out of him.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on nature. Everybody wants to. It's my own design. It's my only loss. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to. There's a room where I don't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. I'm so glad we almost made it. So sad it had to fade it. Everybody wants to. Who took the money? Who took the money away? It's always showtime here at the edge of the stage. And we got that wonder. What was the place? What was the name? We walked away, but here we go again. Takes over slowly, but doesn't last very long. No need to worry, everything's under control. R-U-T, I know I'm feeling. What do you know? Take you away. We'll be taken for a ride again. I got a girlfriend that's better than that. She has a smoke in her eye. She's coming up, going right through my heart. She's gonna give me surprise. I think it's right, better than this. I think you can do right. I got a girlfriend with balls in her hair. Nothing is better than that. Oh, down in the basement, you hear the sound of the shoes. Driving in circles, come to my senses sometime. Why start it over? Nothing was lost, everything's free. I don't hide my trouble. It seems somebody close it, but you cannot hear. Get closer to being far away. And only one look, and that's all that it takes. Maybe that's all that we need. All that it takes. I bet it's right. All it takes is it's right. I got a girlfriend that's better than that. She goes wherever she likes. That's sure. I got a girlfriend that's better than that. Everyone's getting involved. She's moving up, going right through my heart. We might not ever get caught. Going right through, try to stay cool. Going through, stay cool. I got a girlfriend, she's better than that. Nothing is better than you. I got a girlfriend that's Well, Melissa suggested that I keep this under 45 minutes. So that's what I'm going to try to do. A little over 50 years ago, Logan and I entered preschool together. I got kicked out of preschool. True story. And to this day, I still believe he's the one that did the thing that they accused me of doing to get me kicked out of preschool. You know, we're here today just to celebrate a life, a full life, a full life, a man that I've seen from that time, a little over 50 years ago, go down, go up. Thank the Lord I was with him a lot of those times, and thank the Lord he was with me a lot of those times. And it's always going to be a great day when we get to celebrate this. Melissa, I could tell you stories all day long about me and him. We could do, and there's some guys in here, and I'm sure a lot of people in here that we'd be here for 3 days. I want to talk to you and your kids. You married in to a pretty big family. We're sitting behind you. We're sitting over here. You know how to get a hold of us. Social media, man, do it. You can find anybody nowadays. I just want to let you know we love you. We know we're going to miss our friend and our brother. It's all going to be all right. Love y'all.
Country music singers have always been a real close family. But lately, some of my kinfolks have disowned a few others than me. I guess it's because I kind of changed my direction. Lord, I guess I went and broke their family tradition. You know me, wanna know, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Over and over, everybody made my prediction. So if I get stoned, I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. I am very proud of my daddy's name. Although his kind of music and mine ain't exactly the same. Stop and think it over. Put yourself in my position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition. Don't ask me, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? If I'm down in a honky tonk, some old slick's trying to give me friction. I say, leave me alone. I'm said it hates all bones. I'm just carrying on an old family tradition. So don't ask me, Hank, why do you drink? Hank, why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Stop it and take it over. Try to put yourself in my unique position. If I get stoned and sing all night long, it's a family tradition.
You show us everything you got. You keep on dancing and the rhythm gets hot. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's just begun, we'll let you in. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. You keep on saying you'll be mine for a while. You're looking fancy and I like your style. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You show us everything you've got. Baby, baby, that's quite a lot. And you drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy. You keep on shouting, you keep on shouting. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night All right, just warning y'all, I am going to go long. Hopefully not 3 days, John, but I can't talk about Logan and just shut it down. But for y'all that don't know me, I'm
Mike Fulton. Logan, he's definitely my oldest friend. Um, we've been rocking it 50 years ourselves. So I've got lots of memories and stories. Like to share a few. We lived across the street from the Hinches. Seeing Frank and Wanda and Logan, great people. Um, we literally grew up in that yard of theirs, doing everything that little dudes do, playing ball, just everything. Logan, he always had the coolest toys, the the best Hot Wheels, had the little doors opened up on them and everything. We always fought over that one. Um, all the Star Trek toys, comic books. And I don't know where he got all the Army surplus, but we used to camp out in the yard in his tent, and we had the canteens and everything. We thought we was something. Um, he got a little bit older and got a motorcycle. I remember him throwing me off of that a few times. Uh, Probably one of the most used toys that he had was he had a cassette recorder, and man, we couldn't go anywhere. It's like he always had it recording. I don't know if he was trying to catch me doing something or maybe incriminating us. I don't know, but we was always recording music and got playing it back and listen to the radio. But there was one time, for y'all that don't know, Logan, he um, he was kind of fascinated with UFOs and the celestial sky. And I was pretty young. I was probably about 7. That would have made him 10. But somebody was over at his house, and a couple days later, he goes, "Man, you're not going to believe this." He goes, "We got invaded by aliens." I said, "What?" He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You're sure not going to believe this? I guess we was recording something and we captured it all. The recording, but it was already hit." And I was like, "Man, I don't know, Logan." He tried and tried to get me to believe that, and even at 7, I was like, "I'm not buying it, bud. I'm not buying it." But he still chased them, chased the aliens. He got our friend Brett to go down to Roswell with him, and they took a trip down there. And he got back and said, "Well, did you catch any?" He said, "Well, no." I said, "Well, how'd it go? What y'all do?" He said, "Well, come to find out, man, there's really nothing to do in Roswell except watch the cars rust." So I was telling Brett about that, and he goes, "Oh no, no, we seen something. I guarantee it. We seen something." So I don't know. I still don't know about that, Brett. If y'all want to hear some more UFO stories, ask Brett. Hey, Brett back there. Um, he'll let you know. Uh, Something else Logan was really interested in was wrestling. Oh my gosh, he was the biggest fan. WCW, Mid South, WWF, all that stuff. We watched a lot of it together. Um, we'd get out in the yard and wrestle. He knew every one of them. Um, and if any of y'all was ever around me and Logan about late 80s to early 2000, you might have caught one of our spectacles because we could just be sitting there, just minding our own business and just look at each other crossways, and it was on, whiz up, getting after it. And we'd break stuff, break ourselves. Shoot, we had to make it look good, didn't we? But we thought we was getting good at it, and we both kind of had some aspirations to go down to the sportatorium down there in Dallas. And Logan, he wrote them letters, called them. I don't know. He got in touch with them somehow, and they said, "Oh yeah, y'all come on down, see what y'all got." And we was pretty excited about it. Here we go. Time went on. We kind of fizzled out a little bit, or maybe we come to our senses, decided not to get our brains beat out down there. But we kind of regretted it. How cool would it have been, to tell everybody, your friends and grandkids, you got your ass kicked by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, you know. But I don't know. It was cool. Um, we were going to be called the Executioners, that's for sure, and a tag team partnership. And we did have our first walk up music picked out, and it was going to be DT by ACDC. Um, we knew that for sure. But Logan, he had a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies and stuff. Um, one of them was another one was stand up comedy. Golly, man, we used to watch that for hours. Every one of them. The filthier and raunchier, the better. We'd sit and just bust our guts laughing. Um, Logan loved to laugh, no doubt about it. And I think even more so, he liked to make you laugh. Golly, we'd text each other out of the blue, never really knowing how each other's day was going or anything. And it was just always good. We always memorized stuff and always had these insiders. And I don't know, maybe it was just some kind of therapy or something, but we like to hear from each other um, from time to time. But one thing I can tell you for sure, besides his family, probably the other thing that he was more passionate about was his music. And I was looking around, and he was a melomaniac or a audiophile. I know them are crazy words, but it really just means something to describe a person that just loves music and everything about it, the history of it, just just like to get in, neck deep in it. And he was so good at it. Um, I remember out in that yard, keep talking about, they had a big old Bonneville. This was around 1977 when he played my first Kiss album for me, or it was a tape, I guess. We were too young to drive, but Frank had that big Landcraft out there, and it always had a hot battery and a 8-track player in it. So we listened to that, and it was over for me. Every time I'd scrape up $1.99, picking up pop bottles or something, and get to Gibson's, I'd be getting me another Kiss album, every chance I'd get. Um, but yeah, we used to tout each other, especially him, say, man, you realize that you've probably forgotten more music than most people will ever know, and that's the truth. Because he knew a lot. Um, Lots and lots about music, guitar players, bands that they've changed in, just you name it. But y'all, we really did do a lot in 50 years. Um, we grew up in that yard. We worked together. We lived together a few times, partied together, played music together, um, fished, golfed. Oh, we did everything together. But I got to tell you one more story. Bear with me, since I brought up the golfing. But we'd show up at the golf course. We'd look over there, and there he come. Couldn't miss him. Sucker would show up, mismatched tube socks, pulled all the way up to his knees, um, shorts pulled up past his belly button. Like, are you sure you're ready for this? Okay. So we get over here, get ready to tee off. Logan, light him a cigarette, look in that bag, get his favorite club out, with tee off, get up there and hit his. He'd go down there a little ways. I mean, a little ways. We'd go down there. All right, hit it again. He'd go a little ways longer. God dang son. The idea was this stupid game. All right, well, I'll just meet y'all at the green. Y'all go ahead and go down there. And the whole time during the fairway, stupid game. I can't believe people play this stupid. Well, we got down there at the green. He said, fellas, I got to ask y'all something. I said, all right, man. He goes, this is classic Logan. He said, now who in their blankety blanking mind would ever put all of these blankety blanking trees and all this blankety blanking water on a perfectly good golf course? Well, brother man, I agree. Golf, golf is very, very, very tough. Definitely classic Logan. I'll end with this. Logan Dwayne Hinch. He was one of a kind, y'all. Y'all know that. He was tender, loving. I ain't got it wrote down here, but definitely mischievous, ornery. He's definitely them, but all in all, man, just a really beautiful person. And I know, because I didn't just know Logan 50 for 50 years. I had a relationship. And one of the last conversations that we had, he was down in Mississippi. Text me. He said, hey, brother man, what's going on? So I commenced to texting back saying, hey, brother man, not much. Won't you call me? Won't you call me? Texting's too easy, y'all. You know, he calls her, you know, this day and time, you know, somebody wants you to call, man, what's wrong? What's wrong? You know, something besides the text. I said, brother, I just want to hear your voice. That's all. Just want to hear your voice. And we went on with our small talk, but the gist of the conversation, y'all, was it's too long, man. It's been too long since we got together around our round table and jammed our music out and then just enjoyed each other like we always do. That's actually our favorite pastime. Um, and I'd like to encourage each and every one of y'all out there, you know, today, if if you've been meaning to get down with a loved one or somebody you care about and you've been putting it off, hey, stop it. You need to enjoy each other because you just never know. You just never know. But Logan Hinch, y'all, he was more than a great friend to me. He was my brother. And I'm going to miss him dearly. Thank you for your time. I love you, bro.
Seagull, you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody asks you where you are going. Nobody knows where you're from. Here is a man asking the question, is this really the end of the world? Seagull, you must have known for a long time the shape of things to come. Now you fly through the sky, never asking why, and you fly all around till somebody shoot you down. Da, 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 da. Seagull, you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody asks you where you are going. Nobody knows where you're from. Now you fly through the sky, never asking why. And you fly all around till somebody, yeah, shoots you down. Yeah. Seagull, you fly. Seagull, you fly. And you fly away today. And you fly away tomorrow. And you fly away. Lead me to your sorrow. Seagull, go on and fly. Fly to your tomorrow. Lead me to your sorrow. Early in the morning, just as the sun was rising, came without a warning, the sound of the uprising, gunfire in the street, women, children crying, the crushing marching beat. Men and young boys dying, yeah, yeah, why? We live in troubled times, the shadow of annihilation troubles every mind and chills the heart of every nation. and smells of night. She tries to steal your soul away, killing the sunlight. She spreads a shadow through the day. Yeah, yeah. We don't know why so late we go You and I, we don't understand. Yeah, why can't we live in peace? Why can't we have no relief?
For those of you who don't know, Uncle was my Logan, or Logan was my uncle. And this first little letter I will be reading is from my sister Jessica, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. Logan is my uncle. I just really wanted everyone to know how much of a truly great man he was. I learned so many valuable life lessons from him. Like it's okay to stand up for what you believe in, and it's really okay to fully be yourself. I remember as a little girl, he loved to pick on me until I almost cried. He was always joking and laughing. He had the best laugh. He was the fun uncle, the one you could get drunk with and sing songs with all night, the one convinced he was abducted by an alien once. He was the uncle who never judged and always accepted you as you are. As I got older, he was the cool uncle who would drop me off at my friend's house without my grandma knowing. He was the supportive uncle always in my corner. He was the uncle that would show up for you and love you unconditionally through whatever you were going through. I never imagined he'd be taken from us so soon. With so many lasting memories, he'll never be forgotten. I'm going to miss you, Big Unc. And to add to that, even though we didn't stay close to our Uncle Logan, he was always there for me too. He came to my rescue when I ran out of gas on the way back to the city from work one time. No hesitation. He was the second person I had called, and I tried to send him my location, but of course he didn't know how to work it. So I just told him I was past the turnpike, not into Newcastle yet, and he found me about 30 minutes later, maybe more. And he rolled up jamming rap music with a gas can and ended up having to jump my truck, then gave me money for gas, but followed me all the way to the gas station to make sure I had gas. And for most of my life, I didn't even know that his first name was Logan. I always called him Uncle Dwayne. And it wasn't until after I graduated that I found out he didn't like that. He was like, "Why do you call me Uncle Dwayne?" That's what I heard Grandma and Jessica call you all the time. But I definitely never imagined this to come so soon either. He was definitely my favorite uncle, and even though we didn't stay close, he always made sure that I knew that he was there for me. Him and Aunt Melissa were there days before or days after I gave birth to my son, and even wore masks, even though I told them it was okay. They just wanted everything to be safe. I'll really miss you, Uncle Dwayne.
I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel the snake bite and tear my veins. Never did I wanna be here again, and I don't remember why I came. Candles raise my desire. Why I'm so far away. No more meaning to my life. No more reason to stay. Freezing, feeling, breathing, breathing. I'm coming back again. I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel the snake bite enter my veins. Never did I wanna be here again, and I don't remember why I came. Hazy clouds rain on my head, empty thoughts fill my ears. Find my shade by the moonlight. Why my thoughts aren't so clear? Demons dreaming, breathing, breathing. I'm coming back again. I'm not the one who's so far away when I feel the snake so far away. If you could only see the way she loves me, then maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me. Where you get your reasons and you've got your lies and you've got your manipulations. They cut me down to size. Say you love, but you don't. You know what you want. If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you would understand why I feel this way. Our love and what I must do. If you could only see how blue her eyes can be when she says she loves me. This is the road that's traveling. Shows happiness around. And you gotta take a little dirt to keep what you love. That's what you gotta do. Say you love, but you don't. You keep your love, but you won't. Stretching out your arms to something just like that. Say you love when you stand, your heart when you care. If you could only see her, she loves me, then maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you could only see how you realize that maybe what she says, when she says she loves me. Maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you can only see how you realize that you when she says she loves me.
I know it's been a lot of music. Y'all got a little taste of date night. Um, Ours was better because the music was a lot louder and we had beer. So, the night that I met Logan, A friend of mine had invited me to come to Chickasha, Oklahoma to karaoke. I hadn't really wanted to go um, because my friend Linda invited me, and the last time that we went out, she introduced me to my first husband. So her record was not stellar. We were sitting at our table, and through a window, I see this guy come in, and I immediately said to Linda, "That guy. I want to meet that guy." When he sat down with Brett, I wandered over to their table with the karaoke book and told them that I was the hostess and they needed to pick a song. I was not the hostess. I continued to talk to him through the night. I was immediately smitten, and he was a little terrified. But I can be pretty persistent when I know what I want. That was the best decision I ever made in my life. I have laughed every single day for 24 years. Real laughs, belly laughs, with tears rolling every damn day. He made his mission to make sure that we all laughed. And when he found a bit that worked, he stuck with it. Anyone seen the thumb trick? There he goes. Sorry, we're going to show you the thumb trick. Maybe. Huh? It played, there's no voice with it. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that you'd be able to hear the audio. Um, he thought he was a wizard. So, um, I'm gonna miss the thumb trick. I'm gonna miss holding his hand on the couch and at dinner and walking through parking lots. I'm gonna miss the way he calmed my crazy. And unfortunately, so are some of you. I'm gonna miss date nights where he used my leg as an air guitar and looked at me like I was the only woman in the world. I'm gonna miss everything about him. Logan and I just fit. He was the one space where I could be completely myself and still feel loved. People say that marriage is hard work, but ours never felt that way. It was the most natural thing that I've ever done. And facing with the world without him feels insurmountable. I love you, babe.
Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday I said I'm sorry. Sunday came, trashed me out again. I was only having fun, wasn't hurting anyone, and we all enjoyed the weekend for a change. I was stranded in the combat zone. I walked to Bedford style alone. Even rode my motorcycle in the rain. And you told me not to drive, but I made it home alive. So you said that only proves that I'm insane. You made me right, I made me crazy. Oh, but it just made me a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, don't try to save me. You made me wrong. chair. I told you dirty jokes until you smiled. You were lonely for a man. I said, take me as I am. 'Cause you might enjoy some madness for a while. Now think of all the years you tried to find someone to satisfy you. I might be as crazy as you say. If I'm crazy, then it's true that it's all because of you. And you wouldn't want me any other way. You made me right, I made me crazy. Oh, but it just made me a lunatic you're looking for. It's too late to fight, it's too late to change. You made me wrong, for all I know, but you made me right. You made me right, I made me crazy. Hey, but it just made me a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, oh, don't try to save me. You made me wrong, all I know you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made me right. You made me wrong, but you made The book of love is long and boring. No one can lift the damn thing. It's full of charts and facts and figures and instructions for dancing. But I love it when you read to me and you can read me anything. The book of love has music in it. In fact, that's where music comes from. Some of it's just transcendental. Some of it's just really dumb. But I love it when you sing to me and you can say me anything. The book of love is long and boring. written very long ago. It's full of flowers and heart-shaped boxes and things we're all too young to know. But I love it when you give me things. You want to give me wedding rings. I love it when you give me things. You want to give me wedding rings. You want to give me wedding rings. Crossroads seem to come and go. Gypsy black from coast to coast. Knowing many, loving none. Bearing sorrow, having fun. But back home you'll always run. Sweet Melissa. Great train, each car looks the same. All the same. No one knows the gypsy name. No one here was lonely sad. There are no blankets where he lay. All his deepest dreams, the gypsy's bag. But sweet Melissa. Again the morning's come, again he's on the run. Sunbeam shining through his hair, feel like no have a care. Well, pick up your gear and gypsy roll on. Crossroads, will you ever let him go?